All right, so just rolling through all the questions I got from yesterday evening's video. I wanted to continue with the subscriber-based questions, and this one's kind of interesting. I actually held off on this one for a little while because I wanted to think about it. And it was, what are my hopes for my subscribers, right? What do I hope happens, for my subscribers by watching this channel? So I guess there's a couple things that come to mind. First and foremost, I want people to understand that the notion of one rental at a time over a significant timeline, right? Ours was 15 years, absolutely works. I think there is too much attention on get rich quick. How can I retire in 2 years or 3 years or whatever? And I know those topics sell, and I know our 15-year journey is not sexy, but I believe our story is real, right? We've lived it and done the best we can documenting it for you. And I don't believe the get rich quick theme works. I think it's frightening. We've invested through, what some people call the real estate depression, and we saw people that were worth, 8 figures, right? So 10 million and above, lose everything, right? They went bankrupt. We saw people stressed out to levels that had to be unhealthy. I mean, it was horrible. So, I want people to believe that watch this channel that the one rental at a time idea works, and that when they hold for the long term, they can make their financial future better. The other thing I hope happens is, I believe there's a lot of people that get stuck not making a decision. I hopefully believe or want them to believe that if they follow what we talk about, right, conservative financing, put extra down, know your numbers, that I hope they pull the trigger. I hope they buy an investment property. One thing they'll know is that, if you're willing to hold it for the long term and you're not in it for the quick flip or, something of that nature, it really just doesn't matter if you pay an extra $5,000. It doesn't, right? In the scheme of things and holding it for that long, it just doesn't matter. Your tenant's going to pay that, right? When you conservatively finance, right? Even if you put 50% down and you hold for 30 years, right? The 30-year note, your tenant's paying the other half. And you're getting cash flow with that kind of down payment. So I hope people take action. The other thing is, I've come to believe that the middle class mindset that I call it, you can call it the rat race. I've heard some people call it the matrix. I believe that most Americans raise their expenses to match their income. And, as I look back and see what we did and compare to what I see in others, the only reason we got where we were is we sacrificed. Again, I know that's not sexy. I know it's not what sells, right? It's hard. But it's the truth. And I think if people sacrificed a little bit more, if they took their cash and they actually put it to work in assets like the rich people do, that in a relatively short amount of time, ours 15 years, you can actually accomplish some pretty amazing things. So I hope people really get what what I'm trying to do on this channel. I'm trying to share the uncomfortable things, right? Sacrifice, long-term hold, conservative financing, all of these things. And, I'm going to keep talking about them as long as people keep subscribing and leaving comments, because I think most Americans need to hear that that's okay. It's okay to sacrifice for 15 years. It's okay to live on half your income. These things are okay. You don't have to raise your expenses to match your income. It's okay to spend potentially $5,000 more on an investment property because your tenants are going to pay it off. It's okay to buy affordable housing versus Park Place and Boardwalk. Again, the way to get out of the matrix or the rat race is to own assets that produce cash flow that exceeds your monthly expenses, and then life gets easy from there. So that's what I hope happens, and I really do appreciate that question, as it caused me to think and share. So let me know what you think about that, right? Should I have a different goal? I don't know. Let me know, and have a great day.